And I gotta tell you, for that price, that's Civivi Elementum price and a few other, you know, sweet $50 EDC knives, this guy has a lot to offer for the money. Go. All right, nice first cut right there. All right, nice second cut. Wow. All right, boom. Wow. I actually got the green micarta with the black blade at some point, compared the two, and decided to keep this guy because I just like the aesthetics, the looks of this one, just a little bit more than the other one. What is going on, guys? It's your boy Miguel here. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel and you're watching Miguel EDC, where we touch everything EDC here. Today we're going to be looking at the Sencut Crowley. This guy right here, this is a Sencut knife, a subsidiary of WeKnife and Civivi. So I am super excited to share with you guys this review today. I've been EDCing this guy nonstop over the last couple of weeks, and I just can't wait to share with you guys everything there is to know. At the very least, all my impressions, all the feedback that I've been able to gather with this knife over the last couple of weeks or so. I did an unboxing on the channel. If you haven't seen that already and want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description for that as well. You can search for it. We have a D2 blade on this guy, right? Got a D2 stonewashed blade going on. We got the Sencut logo right there on one end. It does say D2 right there on typical Civivi WeKnife Sencut fashion. It is a stonewash finish, and the blade shape, this is a sort of like a clip point, drop point, very similar to the Reich P801. Right, check that out for a second, right? If that isn't pretty much the same blade shape, I don't know what is. So take a look at that. Also very comparable blade shape to the, I want to say, CJRB Pyrite. By the way, the reviews on both of these guys is live in the channel. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check those videos next. The Reich P801 and the CJRB Pyrite. Got this guy in black micarta. There is a version with green micarta as well. There's a green natural jade version also, but I like mine with the black, right? So I like this aesthetics right here. I actually got the green micarta with the black blade at some point, compared the two, and decided to keep this guy because I just like the aesthetics, the looks of this one, just a little bit more than the other one. So how's the action on this guy? Of course, it's going to be amazing action. This guy is on ball bearings, and the action there is going to be very sweet. Look at that blade drop, right? It's very drop shotty. Look at this. It's very drop shotty.
Say what?
It's very drop chuddy. Drop shotty. Look at this. Right? Pretty much all on its own. If you give it just a little bit of flick of the wrist, boom, look at that, right? It is very fidgety, to say the least, no doubt about that. I've been EDCing this guy for a while now, a long time. You've probably seen it on other review videos. It is one of the knives that I compare other knives to. We have a deep pocket carry clip here with recessed screws. So that's very nice right there. For comparison purposes, I'm going to show you guys what the opposite of recessed screws look like. If you see the screws on the pocket clip right there, those are not recessed, versus the Crowley right there. You barely see the screw head. That's how recessed they are. Right. That being said, when the knife is in your pocket, because of how deep carry this clip is, you don't see pretty much any of the knife at all, right? I've been EDCing this guy for a long time now. Check out the blade alignment. It is dead center, right? That blade has not moved one bit, right? I'll put my hand here for contrast. There you go. All right, you guys be the judge of that. So let's talk, what has it been like EDCing this guy for the last couple of months? I gotta tell you, this guy is an awesome EDC. So the price, guys, check out the descriptions down below, right? Their affiliate links to help out the channel at no extra cost to you. This guy comes in at around $45 to $50, somewhere in that range. And I gotta tell you, for that price, that's Civivi Elementum price and a few other, you know, sweet $50 EDC knives, this guy has a lot to offer for the money. First of all, it is a button lock, right? So unlike many other knives, which are simply, you know, thumb deployment or simply flipper deployment, this guy has everything. You got 4 different deployment options right there at your disposal. Let's recap those really quick. You got the flipper, right? You got the button deployment, thumb stud, and the reverse flick as well. So as far as fidgetability, right, that's your word for the day, this guy has everything covered right there in every single front. So that is definitely something going for it. As far as the cutting, I mean, this guy is a very solid cutter. We're gonna be doing the paper cutting test here in just a little bit so you guys can see. And I mean, the ergos are just beautiful, right? So it has sort of these 2 curves right here, right, on the handle. So your index and middle finger will sort of fall naturally on that first curve, and your ring finger and pinky will fall on the second curve. And as far as the ergos go, like, this guy has got it all figured out right there. Forward cuts and reverse cuts, right? Look at that, all day, every day, no doubt about that. I want to say the button sits kind of high here, right? So I wouldn't, I mean, unless you intentionally hit the button, it shouldn't be accidentally pressed at any time, right? So you should be all right with that. There's some jimping going on at the top here, which is nice and convenient, right? If you're trying to use some thumb support right there for your cut, depending on what you're cutting, right? That should be very beneficial. There is no lanyard hole on this guy, right? So no lanyard hole on this guy. I'm sure you could make one of your own if you really wanted one, but it doesn't come with one from the factory. That's something to keep in mind there if you're into that. It sort of has, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I spoke too soon. It doesn't have a hole per se, but it does have this extra spacer here. So if you wanted to kind of loop something around that, you could. As far as the other spacers right there, they're nice and meaty and thick, right? So they get the job done. And the skinny one right here is for you to hope, maybe loop something around, get your lanyard going that way if you want to do that. But I mean, this guy is just an awesome EDC, no doubt about that. So as far as blade, what do we have? It is a stonewashed blade. Once again, it is a drop point blade right here. It is a D2, guys. So as far as budget goes, right, D2, you can't go wrong with it. Are there better steels out there? Yes, there are. But for the price, I mean, you're not really paying all that much, right? Typically for other steels, you will end up paying a lot more money. D2 is a rock solid budget option for this price range, right? So you really can't go wrong with it in any way, shape, or form. The blade is a stonewashed, so it actually helps a lot with any marks or scratches or anything like that that your blade may get over time after being used, right, constantly. A stonewash finish is going to help hide a lot of those streaks and marks and scratches. So definitely makes this blade very nice being that way. This is also a flat grind. You can see there's a flat grind going on all the way from the very top right here all the way down to the cutting edge. You can kind of sort of see that right here as well. So flat grind all the way around. The handles are micarta handles, and I mean, I would prefer G10, me personally. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of micarta. They kind of give you the worn jeans sort of aesthetics feel to it. I would have liked this guy in an all metal stainless steel handle sort of finish. Maybe there are some aftermarket scales for this guy, which I definitely love to look into. But yeah, I would have preferred G10 over micarta. That's just personal preference. The micarta gets the job done, right? It's nice and grippy. It shouldn't be slippery in any way, shape, or form. I said this earlier, guys, but I'll say it again. The ball bearings on this guy are solid, right? So it is very drop shotty right here. As you can see, it definitely opens, deploys, closes over and over and over again. The action on this guy is very duplicative. Duplicative, is that a word? I guess. The action on this guy is very consistent. Again, even after some hardcore use, it still deploys and closes, opens and closes as if it was the first day. Now, of course, you have to do the good old-fashioned paper cutting test, right? It wouldn't be a review video if we didn't do a paper cutting test. So here we go. Without further ado, guys, rate it in the comments, right? On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the sharpest. How sharp is this guy? How much of an edge has this guy retained? Here we go. All right, nice first cut right there. All right, nice second cut. Wow. All right. Boom. Wow. I say this guy has definitely retained an edge. No doubt about that. Look at that. A little bit of a tear there, depends on how the paper catches, but look at that. So there you have it, guys. This is again a great budget knife, under $50. Very fidgety at that. So if you're looking for that fidget factor, this guy checks so many boxes I can't even begin to explain. I'm trying not to be biased here. Obviously, this is my own knife. I paid for it with my own money, and so this is money well spent. In my opinion, I'm so happy, so satisfied with this guy, right? For the money that I paid, for the type of work that I have been able to do with it, for the fidgetability on it. I mean, this is a very solid EDC. It doesn't get better than that. So it is a little bit on the larger side, so check your local laws on that. Make sure it does kind of fit in with your local laws as far as the blade length and things like that. I'm not a lawyer, so check your local laws there. But I mean, do I recommend this guy if you're considering getting a fidgety EDC? This guy is up there. I plan to do a video in the future for top fidgetably. I plan to do a video in the future for top most fidgety knives, and this guy is definitely going to be on that video. Spoiler alert, that is how good this guy is, no doubt about that. So if you guys made it this far, right, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. Was there anything that you were thinking about specifically, or any specific question that you would like answered that perhaps I didn't answer for you in the video? Please let me know in the comments. You guys are the real MVPs if you made it this far. By the way, guys, by the time you're watching this video, it is very possible that the Saxy, right? The brother to the Crowley here, the Sencut Saxy. The review for this guy will be live in the channel. If that's the case, I'm gonna put a card right here for you guys to check that out. Thank you so much, guys, for making it all the way to the end. Love you guys. Take care. Peace.